Hello! What is up? I am starting a bit later today just because I had to go outside and won't recommend it. Bad things happen. You drop your sandwiches. Stuff like that. Oh, it's sad. It's too fresh. I can't do it. Alright, I'm going to play something shorter today, anyway, because I've been doing a lot of long stuff recently and I just feel like I had to chill it back a little bit, so it's still sticking in 1 to 2, so I'm going to be here for a little bit, but we're playing Rise of Insanity. Other note is that this game has a literal fuck ton of collectibles, so I do have a guide next to me. It's really fucking windy today, but this fucking room still 1,000,000 degrees. I hope the game stays that big the entire time. Ah, that'd have been cool. Subtitles on. Graphics. It's just brightness. This game contains frightening scenes and sudden increase of tension. People with a weak heart and epilepsy problems are advised not to play. The authors do not take responsibility for the rest of that sentence not being able to be read because it phased out too fast.
Keep calm. Relax. And calm down. Calm all your senses. My name is Dr. Stephen Dow. You're here because your disorders started to get out of control. You ceased to behave normally, and disturbing thoughts took control of you. You will undergo my original therapy. I will show you the film I created. And at the end, you will tell me what feelings you have while watching it. And if you saw anything worrying.
Play the movie! Oh, well, they did. What kind of snuff film is this? I'm having a reaction. Let's not do that. Welcome to hell. You are dead now. My hell would be a perpetual loading screen, so this is about apt, yeah.
The patient's data. Edward, 41 years old, day September 1st. I know Edward as far back as I remember. He worked as a gardener in our neighborhood. From the preliminary interview, I got to know that he suffers from a dream disorder. He has constant nightmares and can't sleep well as a memory disorder. Sometimes he doesn't remember what happened a couple of days or hours ago. I have some suspicions connected with his case, but it's too early for the detailed diagnosis.
Okay. Patient Edward. Preliminary interview. Initial diagnosis. Test a new therapy. Waiting for results. I mean, that's definitely not how they spell Edward on the actual letter. You lie! There's 2 D's. He's the double D of this universe. The breed and birds taxidermy. Again, it says different stuff on the actual text, right? The front of that book says the breed and birds taxidermy. Here it says breeding birds and bird taxidermy by Richard Birdman. Oh, well, he was obviously going to go into bird fields of some variety. His name is Richard Birdman. Good old Dick Birdman. All the best on your 7th birthday. Happy birthday, Stephen, Dad. Cool. Can I run? Okay, trigger. That is highly racist. Let's just put that back where we found it. Dr. Dowell launches his new experimental treatment method. What's this one going to say? Okay, that one was the same.
The family's tragedy. A mother and child were murdered, and the violator was...
Was it Edward? Because I have a feeling I know who that is. Dear Mrs. Dowell, I would like to remind you that you gave me a free hand in the development of one part of the garden. Therefore, my decision was to mainly plant dahlias. I have accentuated them with clematis flowers. I surrounded everything with white poppies. You'll be delighted, Edward. I don't know what a clematis is. I've never heard of that before. To the fridge. Theodore Dowell. English B. Mathematics A. Science A. PE B. And Ethics A. English and PE letting him down. Huh.
Honey.
Yes?
Please turn off the TV. It's gonna be stormy.
Who said that to me? Sweetheart, remember that you are on duty today. Duties. Sheet music. The Madness Symphony. I just have to wait now, so we're going to explore while we wait. What's up here? Nothing. Literally nothing. Oh, that's creepy. The baby's eyes are gone. So are the mother's, but somehow that's creepier on the baby's eyes. Everyone, tell me what you see. I see 2 bell peppers in a boxing match. Yeah, think about it. Haven't had one of these in a while. Ah, there we go.
Am I talking with Dr. Stephen Dowell?
I'm Dr. Stephen Dowell. Yep, first achievement, 200G.
Patient
Completely missable as
Edward,
well.
41. Day, September 11th. Patient has told me about his dreams where he tries to murder his wife and child. As far as he said before, he's a bachelor, and
I think
he
that's
hasn't said
the
anything about children.
biggest one.
It could be some traumatic memory from his childhood. I have to get to know about it.
Yeah,
during
there's
our
a few
next meeting.
hundreds, but the next few are like 40, 50.
It is a harder case than I
And
expected.
a 10 at one point.
Some symptoms indicate that the patient can possess multiple personality. But these are only suspicions. I have to ask my friend, Abraham.
Father Abraham had many sons. I'd sneeze. Nope, it's gone. It is nothing certain. Please come to the morgue for identification purposes. Oh, Jesus. Dear Abraham, I apologize for not having written so long. I was occupied with family and work matters, and I did not have enough time. I trust that you are okay. How is your wife, Berta? I currently have a case of a certain patient. Edward. He is 41 years old. He is reporting problems with sleeping and memory. I noticed he seems to have certain minor tics. There are times when he suddenly and strangely moves the small finger of his left hand. He told me about a nightmare that has been haunting him for some time. It is the only dream that he is able to remember. He told me he had attempted to kill his wife and child in that dream. However, he was not able to do it. He constantly wakes up before the very end. It is very strange because Edward is actually a bachelor and does not have any children. What do you think of this? My assumption is that these are the beginnings of schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder. However, you are the one who has more experience in psychopathology? Best regards, Stephen. What we hiding? Some scales. Vision can be saved. City News. Mother and 7-year-old son murdered. So some people were murdered. But who? Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I'm one of them, and so are you. I don't know the last line of the song. Ooh, spooky boy. It is very dark in this corridor. Where did he go? Spooky. A key to her heart is located where your journey began. I don't know what that is. Hello? It's cool, I'll just go back here. Open the door. Well, that was pleasant. Get around the desk. Check eyesight, room 6. Okay, I'll check my eyesight. remember opening that. Ah. Well, can you guess the numbers of the padlock numbers? Back we go. I want to tell you more about the sandwich I dropped on the way home that was the saddest moment of my month. Just walking along casually. It's a windy day. Drop my fucking sandwich. A whole half of a sandwich. Lots of noises. No match. What is going on? Let me out! Let me out! It's raining blood in here! Fuck me. I was not expecting that to the side of me. Gotta not crash to get an achievement. We can do this. More birds! Hello? Hello? TJ? Nice.
Honey, gain control over him, please.
Don't tell me what to do. Okay. Running, running, and running, running. Howdy doody, fellow human. Oh, Jesus! He fucking threw his shovel at me. Ducked out of the way in real life. That's a key. A little duck. Oh, Jesus, duck, put it away. I don't want to see your hole. Oh, okay. Okay, this game's gonna play me like that. Show me for the coward I really am. I get it, it's a cool game.
Daddy, play with me.
Ooh, gross, I'm your dad. Certificate of death. Name of the deceased, Theodore Dowell, age 7. Sex, male. Place of death, family home. Cause of death, strangulation in sleep. Wow, Jesus Christ.
Daddy, why did you allow him?
Jesus.
I feel like, I feel like I missed one. That when the phone started ringing, it wouldn't let me do it. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to run all the way back around again. You're going through that time. Are you gonna do that too? Come on, guys, get some new material already. Jesus.
Daddy, play
Oh
with
god,
me.
the Titanic thing from yesterday. Yeah, I couldn't pick this up after I picked up the thing. That was the true jump scare. See, if anyone else does that now, that'll come through for everybody. And because I don't know how loud it's gonna come through, that's gonna be scary. Where is the border between a dream and reality? What is our life? Is it the what is... Wait, is it that what is dreamt, or that what we dream about? Tell me, dear Susan, what would you do if you couldn't sleep? Would you be able to take control over the dream that does not come, but haunts you? Eddie? Alright, we'll click that at a time.
Daddy, why did you allow him?
That Titanic thing was still so funny. I watched it this morning or last night, maybe? I can't remember, but oh, that was so funny. Right, Waffle, while you're here, remember yesterday I was reading the thing out aloud, and instead of saying recipe, I said receipt. When I got to the end of the game, it changed it to receipt from recipe. Like, the final cutscene, instead of saying the green recipe, it said the green receipt. They didn't even get their own game right. Anyway. Edit. How's it going? Theodore is a very talented child. He is very calm and he has the character of a dreamer. The only thing that disturbs me is the shadowy shape which often appears in his drawings. It's probably a character from a comic or something. Nothing to be worried about. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I've referenced it twice already, but damn it if I'm gonna let it go. I dropped my sandwich on the way home and I'm so upset about it. Fucking wind just took it from me. But besides that, I'm fine. Stop listening to what I'm talking about downstairs. So we went to the shop, had some bags, I was eating my sandwich, but carrying bags. We got to some traffic lights, waiting for the lights to change. I lifted the bags up. First thing that happened was I had a pot of sour cream that I was going to have with some dinner later, or a day anyway. And it fell out, hit the floor, it exploded all over Jordan. Which was funny enough as it was, but I was sad because I really like sour cream and now I have to go buy some more. Because I was queuing up to get back in the shop just for sour cream is beyond me. We make it about 100 feet down the road. Walking along, we're still laughing about the sour cream and holding both the bags in one hand. I've got a bit of one half of the sandwich in one, the other half in the little container. I take a bite, and as I take a bite, the other half just falls out. There's a fucking plaps on the floor. Oh, it all went wrong in the space of 5 minutes. I dropped everything. But it's fine, because I kept the booze. Just sad about my sandwich. The shadowy figure. See, I put a downer on my day, but it was so funny. Okay. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. I cannot see shit. I think I was supposed to go in here. My poor sandwich. At least got to eat half of it, I guess. Just stare at this for a minute. Theodore. See, I think I was meant to go this way. Dear Mrs. Dowell, I am very pleased that you fancy my floral composition. I received your comments and further recommendations. I will plant rhododendrons as per your wish. I will have to drive my car in front of the greenhouse to move the seedlings. I hope you do not mind. Yeah, can't say recipe, but I can say rhododendrons. A rat. A dead rat. Theodore. There's so many collectibles in this game. Try not to miss any. Disturbing effects of new treatment method. The treatment method for severe psychological disorders by Dr. Stephen Dowell is based on applying strong visual stimuli to the patient. It is aimed at putting the patient in a hypnotic trance, during which he stands face to face with his fears and deepest thoughts. The results of the treatment, however, are far from expectations. So far, following therapeutic sessions with the doctor's films, patients have plunged into apathy, depression, or experienced epilepsy attacks continuing a long time after the appointment. The main association of psychologists is watching Dr. Stephen Dowell with anxiety. They plan to meet with the author of this controversial research. Dear Stephen, my wife is very well as usual. Let's move to the essence of this case. You should remember that we had a similar case in the past. It was the case that you took active part in. We are overworked. You might have forgotten. I think that you should, with the use of suggestion, help your patient to finish the dream. Hypnosis can be too invasive. Try to ask him about his past. Accepting traumatic events he has experienced could be the starting point in merging his different selves. Looking forward to your next letter. Greetings, Abraham. Alright, what do you see in this one? I see Ultron from Age of Ultron. Looking angry. I don't have a reflection. Or am I a spider? Another rubber duck. Okay. I see. But one's that way. There you go. Plumber, just call me Mario. But that's text on it? Ah. Thought, 1940. I always fear that thought may not come back home.
Patient Edward, 41. Taking some pieces of advice from my friend Abraham, I established that Eddie suffers from a very mild split personality disorder. The other personality hasn't shown yet, and hasn't taken him under control. There are only problems with memory and mild tics. I have to think about the kind of therapy I will apply.
The Shadow Man. Toasted pastries. Yummy yawn. Ring ring.
Hello? Steven? Are you here? Steven? It's Eddie.
Oh, look how happy the one on the left is. And how sad the one in the middle is.
Daddy, I'm lost.
Me too, son, me too.
Lost my figurines. Please find them for me.
There's one. It's Mr. Happy Boy. Is the music necessary? How? Says Tulse now. Woman receives 30 stab wounds 2 days after the child is strangled during sleep. Well.
Patient Eddie, 41. Day. Having acquainted with the traumatic Eddie's past life, violence in the family, and pathology, I've decided that I will use a less invasive method of treatment. We can handle without hypnosis. The confrontation with the past and dreams, connected with some mild anxiolytics, should be enough. I think that finishing the dream, so killing the wife and child, can join his split selves. All we need to do is wait and observe.
Waiting for me to kill my wife in a dream. Dear Stephen, analyzing your previous letters and observations, I believe that the problem is connected with... Please give it some more thought. I am worried about you and your family. When I come back from... I will visit you and we will talk. Abraham. P.S. Send your wife and child someplace. Make sure they are safe. I think I'm going this way. Well, that way.
Breaking news. As the investigation has shown, the police have established that the brutal murder of the family of the famous doctor of psychology was caused by the local gardener, Edward S.
It's the sad doll. Spooky music again. My hands aren't even wet. I found a duck. Ah, there it is. Nothing in that one. nice chair. Oh shit! Jesus, it's like some Scooby-Doo corridors. Just perpetually running. Never it! Oh my god, oh my god, I'm flying. It's so dark. Okay. Okay, didn't hit anything. Didn't even have to move. You finished the second level with flying.
Thank you, honey. But why?
I can see. Sometimes I suffer terribly because I have to restrain myself. When I see you preparing dinner, holding a beautiful knife in your hand, I imagine us, together, with a cold steel in your bowels. I look at your beautiful eyes, glazed with tears, and your life slowly fades. I dream of giving you a last kiss on your fading lips, Eddie. Well, he's a bit fucking crazy, isn't he? Oop. Not that way. What the fuck? Chibi. Okay, doesn't like light. I am stuck. What? Did I not turn the lights on? Oh, I know I did. Okay. I need to get the duct tape again now. As well as probably the collectible that was in here. Just to be sure. Forgot about that. Had to press that button. Dead boy buried in garden. As a result of an ongoing investigation, the police have found the body of Theodore Dowell, the son of well-known psychologist, was murdered and buried in a greenhouse on the premises by gardener Edward S.
Come for me, please. Mom is lying here. She is so cold.
No. Okay. Ain't going that way. Famous psychologist accused by the Committee of Ethics. I'm just going to bring this up. The experimental method of treating severe psychological disorders developed by Dr. Stephen Dowell has been raising controversy for a long time. After sessions conducted at the doctor's, the condition of patients significantly deteriorate. Yet, Dr. Dowell is convinced of the procedure's correctness. The main association of psychologists has conducted interviews among people examined with the use of Dowell's films. The investigation led to a former patient who has committed suicide following the experimental sessions. The young girl threw herself under a speeding train. The psychologist treating her is known to have hidden all traces of methods leading to the patient. The doctor has even gone as far as falsifying the autopsy files to avoid consequences. The Medical Ethics Committee has put Dowell's right to exercise his profession at stake, and the injured family has announced legal proceedings. Ooh, I've got lines on my eyes now. Memory 1942, but I'm more afraid that memory may return. As opposed to thoughts, I guess.
Patient data today is 28th of March. March. No. Weird case. Only.
This is me trying to remember the date currently. It's the 28th of March, I think.
Why him? Why him? I don't know. Weird case. Weird case.
I wasn't really looking at the window, so that one didn't get me as much. Unforgiving Crows, Animal Psychology, by Juliet Simpson. Every morning, two crows named Thought and Memory are released and fly above the world. Beep, beep.
On Monday, Eddie was born.
Oh, we going going at a snail's pace now.
Friday, he had a family on his own. Wednesday, his dreams did not allow him to sleep. So on Thursday day, he visited the doctor to confess so deep.
So slow.
Friday night, he did what the doctor told him to do. On Saturday, he did not have his family. He did the deep law.
No idea.
Sunday morning, he slept ill. The doctor was right. 9 years have gone.
I could sleep right now if you want me to.
My name is Dr. Stephen.
Okay. I want to know what the guy that made this game was taking. Theodore is a very talented child. He is very calm and he has the character of a dreamer. Oh wait, no, I've read this already. It's repeating some stuff. Nice helmet. Hey. Sir Theodore Dowell.
Gain control over him, please.
Murder. Murder most foul. August 17th, 1973. Teddy's third birthday was great. The party was held in our garden. All dishes and desserts, hey, the word desserts was actually correct, were made from fruits that we picked there. The only thing that got me worried was that Stephen took an active interest in Teddy's mental development. He is only 3 and his father is already forcing him to learn to read. I have to talk to him. Where is the border between a dream and reality? What is our life? Is it that what is dreamt, or that what we dream about? This one's harder. Tell me, dear Susan, what would you do if you couldn't sleep? Would you be able to take control over the dream that does not come, but haunts you? I think I read that already. Oh my god, it just fucking legged off the end. Alright, I'll do the same. Aww. 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 Alright, I won't. Aww. Fine, screw you. Alright. Ducky. Must be getting pretty close to the end. Wait, am I? Oh, I was looking down. That was confusing. I thought it was the loading screen. Oh. Oh. That's a lot of doors. Oh, okay.
Steven, can I get into the bathroom for a while?
Right.
Honey, bring me the towel from the bedroom. I forgot about it completely.
Alright. Is there anything in here? What's the point of even having this wardrobe? April 5th, 1975. Due to many responsibilities, I don't have time to take care of our garden. I have asked Stephen to help me, to hire somebody to help. At least, that much he can offer. That's all I can ask for. The next day. I can't stand these maniacal attempts to make a genius of our child. Stephen is out of line. Taking our child to hospital and testing him with mental development methods is a sick fad. Sometimes I think that this marriage was a big mistake. I will drive Teddy to his grandma. He could use a little break from his father. There's your towel. Alright, tell me how you really feel. I'm sorry, honey. I have mixed feelings about our relation. Stephen is my employer and I owe him a lot. I know this is not a discussion to be held through a letter. Let's meet in the garden in 2 days, the usual spot. Alright.
I'm staying at my parents' house with Teddy tonight.
Getting pretty close. Dear Abraham, thank you so much for sending me Dr. Alfred Benet's publication about the verification of children's IQ. Thanks to it, I have come up with a great idea. I will not let you in on the details yet. I do not want to jinx it. All I can say is that it will be connected with increasing the IQ of very small children in the initial part of their mental development. It will be revolutionary. Imagine this, intellectual elites are developed from their earliest age to advance our world and science. The mankind may witness great discoveries thanks to my research. Greetings, Stephen.
Research theme. The test of the therapy increasing the intelligence among children. The subject of the research, Theodore Dowell. The first attempts to increase IQ, I started using suggestion and manipulation method during REM sleep. The subject handled the experiment very well. I began the observation and started the manual visual tests phase.
attentive listener. Nah, don't go changing color on me. Oh my. Oh lordy lordy. Oof. Nice face. Spooky. I'ma just borrow this, okay? I need it. I need it for the light down here. I felt like I was looking the wrong direction for that jump scare. Dear Abraham, it's all gone to hell. My entire plan, all of it, everything was based on suggestion and on the attempt to manipulate dreams in the REM phase. I was testing it on my son, Teddy. I thought it would not be harmful, that I had nothing to lose. On the contrary, I would be the one to form the first genius in the family, created with this method. His marks at school are higher, indeed, but he lacks empathy, and he has started to be afraid of the darkness. My wife forbade me to continue my research. Why did I even attempt to try this on my son? I am abandoning this project and sending your materials back. Thank you for them. I will not need them anymore. P.S. I might have an interesting patient soon. Regards, Stephen. Okay, I just want to leave the room, please. Ah. Interesting. Explorer. Open. Whew. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for that. I don't have that many achievements left. 3, maybe? 2. And one of them I have to start a new game for, so I'll get one just for finishing by picking up all the notes, and then one for starting a new game. It's daytime. That's nice. Bolt cutters. This is too peaceful. I don't trust it. September 11th, 1976. The strange sessions with Teddy have allowed to obtain the outcomes that my husband so strongly desired. Is a toxic father-son relation worth it? Teddy is no longer as happy as he had been before. He had become very afraid of the darkness. On the one hand, this is normal at his age. I truly don't know. I can only rely on Eddie, but he seems strange recently. September 13th. I have been trying to improve my marriage, but the complete lack of Stephen's interest is just killing me. He is constantly talking about his new treatment method. I feel imprisoned in this relationship. I cannot see any future for it. I know it is a bit reckless, but I am beginning to feel freer with Eddie. I enjoy the interest that only he is giving me. I've never seen the word freer written down, and it just looks weird. It's one of those words you're like, that's not real.
Therapy increasing the intelligence among children.
August 17th. Teddy's 3rd birthday was great. The party was held in our garden. Oh, I read that already. As soon as I saw the word desserts, I was like, I recognize this. Means I probably read this one too. Yeah. More of these, man. The courtroom.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell. I hereby open the trial against Edward.
It's supposed to be a book I can pick up. Ah, it's on the tree. I'm innocent! Interrogation protocol. Blah, 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 blah. In the case of the murder of Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell, Edward Scrivefish? Scurvays? I don't know. After many attempts to make contact with the suspect, we still do not have any information. The accused is constantly smiling and indistinctly repeating a sentence that reads, "The nightmares have stopped." His gaze is absent. He does not maintain eye contact with the I feel like I was meant to say interrogator. Interlocutor? Never heard that word before in my life. He probably does not make anything of the position that he is in. Without the presence of a forensic psychologist, we are not able to maintain more information. It is assumed that the case will be closed with an insanity plea.
Good. So maybe you would tell us about your authorial therapy. What do you think, Mr. Dow? Can you hear me? It's better now, isn't it? So, can we continue? Great. Did you know that Susan
I
Dow was
ask.
pregnant?
A second child. Thanks to Mrs. Vanessa, we have managed to come into contact with the suspect. It has been established that he is single. He worked as a gardener for the Dow family. Well, that sentence structured like it was going to go somewhere. He said that for the last months he has been taking part in therapy, and that it was to cure him from his split personality disorder. It's all down here from here. Down here from here. It's all downhill from here. It's not even downhill, it's a fucking sheer drop. He admitted that he had killed his wife and child, but as he emphasized, he had done it in his dream because Dr. Dowell had told him to do so. It has been part of his therapy. We have finally figured it out. It is necessary to speak with Dr. Dowell. John, I know that tomorrow is... Bowman's shift. Yeah, that says Bowman's, I guess. So I've hidden the key for the door switches in a safe place. Don't tell him anything. Let's drive him nuts for a while. It's a duck. The suspect is shocked. There is no rational contact with him. It is understandable in his position. He hasn't said anything new. After the murder, there were many different comments from the psychology world in the press. The witness has only mentioned that his therapy for curing a mental split disorder had been very ineffective. He hasn't commented on that. Oh dear. I'm cheating with this one. Oh, wait. There's the key.
Listen, Bowman, give me some creeps, Doctor. I won't manage alone.
The examination conducted by Dr. Maslow's team. I learned about Dr. Maslow when I did psychology for a year. Could not remember what it was. Probably going to say it here. Team should not be taken into consideration during the investigation. Dr. Maslow could be influenced the examination in order to help his friend, Dr. Bandura says. Dr. Dowell was known for his controversial methods of treatment, and the fact that in the past he has probably led to a patient's death, he adds. I think Maslow is the thing about suggesting people to shock people in a different room when there weren't actually people in the other room. But people could just be suggested to do stuff. The tragic events from my friend's past had very bad influence on his mental health condition, says Dr. Abraham Maslow, friend of the accused, suspected of manipulating Dr. Stephen Dowell, which in turn has led him to murder his family. I deny the rumours saying that Stephen pretended to have a mental incompetence. I have examined him. He has also examined by other psychologists and psychiatrists who were strange to him, Dr. Maslow adds.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell's murder. Do the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
Oh, okay.
I would like to enclose a report about my client's insanity to the evidence, as well as recordings made by Dr. Dowell during the therapy.
Mr. Edward, could you tell us about the relation that was between you and Mrs. Susan Dowell, Dr. Stephen Dowell's wife, that tried to cure you? I would like to enclose documents from Susan Dowell's autopsy to the evidence. Basing on these, Your Honor, as well as the jury can get to know that the victim was pregnant with the defendant.
Oh. After the appearance of new evidence, which is Susan Dowell's autopsy protocol, we have come to know that she was in the first month of pregnancy. Furthermore, the father of the child is suspect Edward. It still looks like Scurvays. We have established that Stephen had a motive and the skills to manipulate Edward. During interrogation, the suspect showed lack of contact with his interrogators. I'm just going to say that. He experienced ambivalent states from hysteria attacks to complete apathy. During interrogation, the accompanying psychologist came up with a thesis about Mr. Dowell's insanity, which might have been caused by many traumatic experiences in a short period of time.
I open the trial against Stephen Dowell about malpractice against Edward, that caused Susan and Theodore Dowell's death. Do the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
My client, as a doctor, always takes care about patients' welfare. In the enclosed evidence, Your Honor may read about many difficult cases that have been cured by the defendant. He was trying to cure his protege at any cost to ease the pain.
I would like to enclose to the evidence the description of one therapy conducted by the defendant, which, as we can read, also finished with a failure. The girl, with similar illness like Edward, who under the influence of the therapy made suicide.
And did the defendant realize that his wife was pregnant, not with him, but with Edward?
I tuned out for a second there and I'm a little bit confused. Gold. Toilet paper.
Steven, can I see you in my office?
I suppose. Mother and 7-year-old son murdered. Woman receives 30 stab wounds 2 days after the child is strangled during sleep. The father of the family is the one responsible for the commission of all these horrible acts.
How are you feeling today? Everything's okay? I think it's
Nosy.
time to show you something. Let's go to the next room. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
I don't know how to have a seat. Back at the beginning again.
Relationship started to pass away suddenly. Stephen treated me like a lodger, unwanted person, with whom he lived because it was kind of interest. And I started to live on memories and projections that were so beautiful in my head, so perfect. Stephen was in them like years before, like when we moved into our new house and we planned to make a big garden only for us. These memories made me stronger, helped me to survive and wait for tomorrow with hope. First time, I thought that maybe I'm only dreaming, or the projections about him became ridiculously strong. He came to me like before, smiling, happy, with sparkles in his eyes. Similar situations repeated in the next weeks, and I, instead of looking for their source, was waiting till my loving Stephen came back, just for a while, to feel like before, like years ago. At the beginning of our relationship, Stephen often told me about interesting things from the psychology ward. During his studies, he met with the case of a patient with multiple personalities. I remember well this case because it seemed to be very exciting. So many different personalities in one body that differ in IQ, beliefs, talents, and even visual acuity. I hid my husband's illness to meet with Eddie, his second personality, to feel happy just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden. Today, I again talked with Eddie. He is in very bad condition. Stephen's therapy started to even scare him, he says. He must make terrible things to be cured and finally take a breath. As a last resort, I will send this recording to Abraham.
Okay. Technically, I don't have to finish the game now, but I'm just curious to see what happens. Oh. Bravo. What is happening? Let me the fuck out. No. Leap of faith. My turn. I'm about to go clap like my sandwich did this morning. I'm so bitter about it.
It doesn't feel like home anymore. But I will stay here.
Strange. Very strange.
Those walls.
mean, it can't be that long. Nope.
Maybe long past, drown it now. You spread the gloom all around. I can see you in the dark.
I like one of them was just called Anonymous. Right, so we've got one achievement left. Get murdered 5 times. Apparently I did it once, probably when I walked into that greenhouse without turning the lights on. Maybe I should have just done that 5 times there. Ah, well, whatever.
Keep calm.
Just gonna run to the first point where we can die.
The patient's data. Edward, 41 years old, day, September 1st. I know Edward as far back as I remember. He worked as a gardener in our neighborhood. From the preliminary interview, I got to know that he suffers from a dream disorder. He has constant nightmares and can't sleep well as a memory disorder. Sometimes he doesn't remember what happened a couple of days or hours ago. I have some suspicions connected with his case, but it's too early for the detailed diagnosis.
Am I talking with Dr. Stephen Dowell?
Patient Edward, 41. Day, September 11th. Patient has told me about his dreams where he tries to murder his wife and child. As far as he said before, he's a bachelor, and he hasn't said anything about children. It could be some traumatic memory from his childhood. I have to get to know about it during our next meeting. It is a harder case than I expected. Some symptoms indicate that the patient can possess multiple personality. But these are only suspicions. I have to ask my friend, Abraham.
Spooky boy. Father Abraham. It's raining blood. Through the Lazarus sky. One. What? Huh. Interesting. Well, okay, then guess I'll go to the place where I died multiple times before. Well, I died once. But I was supposed to just die as a bird. Oh man, I'm gonna have to run through so much this game now. Fuck. Alright. Well, thanks, guide that's fucking useless.
Daddy, play with me. Daddy, why did you allow me?
Daddy! Daddy! He's here. He's back.
Alright, let's track it. Or my game can just crash, whatever. Yeah, sure, why not? Don't know where it's gonna put me. Ah, I have to do this bit again. Fuck. Okay. I mean, it's not hard. All I have to do is run all the fucking distance and then run all the way back again. I know I should have, but the game keeps fucking me over. Poised.
Daddy, play with me. Daddy, why did you allow him?
Right, don't crash this time. Don't crash.
Daddy! Daddy! He's here. He's back.
So this should kill me. Didn't add to the tracker there. That one did. How weird. Or it was just delayed from the first one, maybe? I'll just walk. Okay. Apparently I have to look at the thing that's going to kill me, or otherwise it doesn't count. One more. Nice. Cool. Got murdered. That's everything done. Interesting little game. Didn't really understand it. I know enough about psychology and Maslow and shit to sort of get what it's hinting at, but it's been a long time since I did that. Yeah, but that's all I'm going to do today. I will play Resident Evil Code Veronica tomorrow. It was just because I had to go out this morning and then I got back later and all the other stuff. And I just need to relax for a day. So we're going to have a long day tomorrow with Code Veronica, then a short day Wednesday for Ratalaika because it's Jordan's birthday, and then I'll see what's going to happen at the end of the week. But that's it done for now. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.